Alright, so it's milk inside a bag of milk inside a bag of milk. Inside a bag of milk inside a bag of milk inside a bag of milk. I think this is going to be very fun. It seems like there's going to be a lot to it. There was just a big old intro cinematic that I wanted to watch because I didn't realize it would start immediately, but it did. We're going to quit out and see if I can get it again, but who knows? These types of games are weird like that and don't show you things a second time. Who knows? Okay, so good day time. Let us have a good day. Let's quit the game, of course, because that's how it goes. That's how we're going to do it. And then we are going to play again. Hopefully it will ask us for all of the things once more, which should be fun. Aha, yes, it does indeed. Flashing images, touches on heavy topics. Take care. Fun. We're going to love it. Okay. Good. Okay, it does show it again. Yay. We're counting steps. That's an OCD thing. I love the just anxiety in the face, just standing in line and stuff. Fantastic. It won't take much time. What do you see? Are you sure? Talking to the self? Anyway, it would make sense given the last game. Yes, Mom. I wonder if that's going to be important. Inside a bag of milk. Let's go. It's very loud. I might have to turn it down just a itty bit. Just an itty bit. Who knows? Oh! I'm walking to my room, trying not to look around. Do I have to click? Playful shadows dance around me here and there. They dash all over the walls, the ceiling. One of those shadows whizzes past me, touches my face ever so slightly. I smile and continue walking, paying it no mind. Sometimes it's so easy to lose self-control and track of time, spinning in a joyful dance. But I'm in a bit of a hurry here. Mom told me to go to bed. Okay, so now we're in the house after the first game. I walk past the kitchen on my way to my room. The door's shut, but I can still feel the chilling air coming from the other side. My first thought is that there's a living corpse blowing into the keyhole, laughing mockingly. There's a living corpse blowing into the keyhole, laughing mockingly. I can still feel the chilling air coming from the other side. So we... that's so silly. I'm absolutely sure we have no corpses in our kitchen. I know for sure that we've never had any corpses in our kitchen. I'm absolutely sure that... Okay, so this is probably... This is definitely extreme mental health problems immediately. Love that. We love that. I break into a run and dash towards the closed door. The shadows intensify their chaotic dance. Are they trying to stop me or calm me down? I don't know. It doesn't matter right now. Don't you get it? I wave my hands around as I run, trying to chase away my annoying pursuers, but then I suddenly realize that I won't be able to stop in time. I've got no other choice but to break the door now. If there's somebody inside, I'll surely scare them to death, but wait, how can I scare to death somebody who's already dead? What if it actually revives them? No. I don't want that. What do I do? I couldn't fully complete my thought when my shoulder hit the door and it flew open. As I expected, there were no living corpses inside, but there was a bag of milk I bought today, sitting right in the middle of the table, watching me with its unblinking eyes. I stare back. Nothing happens. This kind of gives me Edgar Allan Poe. It's giving Edgar Allan Poe. Ooh, I love the eyes. I like that, the paranoia. Oh my gosh. Although, what exactly did I expect? Gratitude? Have I done something that warranted it? A bag of milk probably doesn't care whether it's on the shelf in a store or on the table in my mom's kitchen. On the other hand, nobody would drink milk inside the store, which means I took it from the safest place in the world and into the scary unknown. I'm so sorry, you poor thing. Is this derealization? There's a lot going on. There's a lot already going on. Huh. I turn away in shame and leave the room in a hurry. I only bring others trouble. I walk towards my room through a narrow corridor. Yep. Mum? I meet a familiar, formless creature at the door. Ooh. It locks me in its clutches and starts sniffing every inch of my body like a hungry dog. What is it, though? Oh, it's just tendrils. I'm not struggling. I know it's useless. I just stay silent and endure its tight grip. That stops me from moving. How is this volume on here? Do I have the volume on here? Weird. Let's go down to, like, that. It stops me from moving. I do like the soundscape. After sniffing me from head to toe, the creature holds out its ugly paws, bearing a single claw, thin and sharp like a blade. Again? I stare questioningly into the monster's bottomless eye sockets. Don't move! The creature squeezes my hand until my veins start bulging, and I just keep staring into the black cavities where its eyes should be, ignoring all pain. I've promised so many times. Stay put! The moment it says that, its claw pierces my arm. I don't feel anything other than the barely discernible clawing under my skin and the ring of tightly sprung sinews, but then the claw injects its venom into me. It hurts. A white veil appears in front of my eyes and my fingers cramp and start twitching frantically. I lose control over my body and slowly slide to the floor, just like last time, but why do I feel so hot? I feel my blood boiling up. Strong shivers run through my body, paralyzing every single cell while my veins and arteries heat up, almost bursting from that pressure. I try screaming, but instead of producing words, I vomit thick, milky foam. The creature notices it and throws itself at me in anger, grabbing me by the throat while keeping the poisonous claw inside my arm. Kill me! Kill me! Hysterical screams resound through the corridor. In a fit of madness, the creature starts scratching my neck. Bright splashes fly everywhere, hitting the walls with a loud sound. I try to imprint where every drop fell in my memory so I could gather them all later. I need to remember I need... A new wave of pain washes over me. Everything turns pitch black in an instant. Say it! I'll never drink milk again. Say it! I'll never drink milk ever again. Say it again. I'll never drink milk ever again. I'll never drink milk ever again. This is surreal. Oh my gosh. I finally got to my room. I'm so tired of all this fuss. Thankfully, I still feel comfy and warm in my room. Even the weird sounds coming from the outside don't make me anxious at all. Mom told me to go to bed, so I need to perform all the needed preparations. I've washed my face, and now I'm standing in front of the mirror with a toothbrush in my mouth. I look at my reflection. It shows absolutely no desire to sleep. Yeah, I get how you feel. This is like a really, really big show of like derealization and just the character not feeling themselves in their own body, viewing the vessel through which they kind of perceive the reality they're living in as not them so much as a vessel through which they view reality, which is interesting. I wonder what's up with this. I wonder what she's going through here. Obviously abuse. And there was a time when the last minutes before I sleep were my favorite time of the day. I loved anticipating the inevitable moment when the reality and all the dream world would clash. I woke up for that moment's sake, lived through the day for it. My biggest dream was to sleep all day long. It would have been so cool. But the dreams always slowly but surely slipped away. As if somebody fished them out of my head, one after another, until nothing was left, and now I have to sleep again, even though I don't feel any need for it. Poor bitch. And there's the medicine. After finishing with my face, I usually reach out for my pills. It's funny, but I have no idea how they work separately, since I always swallow them as a bunch without thinking. Now I want to have a better look at it, to twirl it between my fingers to chew on it. I'd do anything to stall for just a little bit more time. A smooth, perturbed, red capsule is looking at me. It's covered in murky, semi-transparent film, but I can still discern its contents. So what do we have inside you? I gently press on the capsule from both sides, and to my surprise it turns out to be soft and squishy. I press harder and the capsule pops. Sticky, bright red liquid pours out. Filthy, filthy. The pill flies straight to the waste bin, and I start rigorously washing my hands. No, there's no way I'm drinking that. Uh-oh. Next was a flat pill of the same blood red color. There were some letters printed out on it. Oh, I get it. This is the medicine that makes me really sleepy, but it's not the type of sleep I want. That's not it at all. It's fake. No, no, no. I can't even want to look at it. I don't even want to look at it. The pill flies into the waste bin as well. The next half an hour goes by in a similar fashion. I study every pill from all sides, and then I find a reason not to swallow it. Oh, boy. The disallowal for the self-help in the medicines that clearly aren't working anyway. I have a feeling that it's mistreatment, misprescriptions, taking the pills that aren't really going to help. I might have that problem soon. That'll be fun. The next half an hour goes by, and it won't be fun. I invent my own medicine instead and enjoy swallowing them one after another, letting myself drown in their healing effects. What does that mean? Hey, My neck doesn't hurt anymore. Hey, my hand doesn't hurt anymore. Hey, my head doesn't hurt anymore. Hey, my heart doesn't hurt anymore. Hey, my stomach doesn't hurt anymore. Hey, my eyes don't hurt anymore. Oh my god. How come I didn't think of this earlier? This is so simple. I need to brag about it to someone right away. But not to my mom. She'll just scold me. Oh, very interesting. Chronic illness for sure. Definitely a lot of mental health problems. And she's sure I'm already sleeping anyway. I don't want to disturb her without reason. I'll think of something myself. Besides, I just really want some small talk. I wonder who's going to be my conversation partner. Hey. Hey, long time no see. You know we've only supposed to meet once per day, right? It hasn't even been an hour, dummy. There you go, bullying me again. Aren't you even a little bit happy? Not even the slightest bit? I'm pretty exhausted after today. Well, I guess you are too. That's not true. You need to go to bed. No, you've been in control for way too long already. It's my turn now, alright? I'll just stay silent until the medicine's effects wear off. How about that? What is that? Oh. I wonder if this us talking to the character is because of the self-medication or an actual medication. Whatever it is, it allows them, at the very least, a more clear headspace to think and engage with themselves on a deeper, quote-unquote, level. Interesting. Hey, you can't do that. You need to do your best to make me feel better. That's exactly what I'm doing. What a bully. Actually, why am I even worried about this? In reality, I don't need you at all. I'm so energetic and I feel great, which means I can do anything. And you can only watch and agonize over your uselessness. Mania. Mania. We're hitting a mania. Look at them eyes. Obviously, it's mania. I can imagine how angry you are right now. What made you so happy all of a sudden? And why would I be sad? Remember yourself a couple of hours ago? I don't know what you mean. Stop lying! The illusion of free will. Stop lying to yourself. No, I still don't understand. Whatever, unlike you, I won't forget that pathetic, snotty girl for a long time. She just whines and whines all the time. Don't even try ruining my mood. I want to have fun while we're together, alright? So you're the one calling the shots now? Yeah. Well, let's see how long you can last. Well, we'll see, yeah. It could be like a dissociative identity disorder thing as well. Especially if they're like talking to themselves and have multiple headspaces with different characteristics and personnel. Interesting. Am I really that pathetic? Say something! I can feel tears streaming down my cheeks, hanging from my chin, and then falling on my clothes, burning holes in them. That was fast, but not unexpected. Hey, at least I tried! Go wash your face, then we'll decide what to do with you. Why? Oh my god. I do not like how she looks at herself in the mirror. Yeah. I'm in front of a mirror again. I keep staring at my reflection, trying not to get distracted by the sneery looks the walls are giving me. Trying not to drown in their giggling. But then me in the mirror also shows me a creepy smile, bares her teeth at me. I shut my eyes, but that doesn't help. It wouldn't have helped even if I sunk through the floor. I start counting in my mind. 2 squared, 2 by 2 squared, a squared squared, a square pyramid squared, a pyramidal structure cubed, a pyramidal structure hypercubed. This character is hilarious. I feel better. Fellas, don't you fucking love it when you start thinking about hypercubes and pyramidal cubes and you just start feeling a little bit better? She doesn't look all that better. But my head is splitting apart now. Sorry for being rude. It's not your fault. It's never your fault. Fine, you can keep on blaming yourself, but don't overdo it. I don't know why, but I thought I'd be able to take control. I was almost ready to. I was sure I'd be able to change something. After all, I was able to buy milk, you know? Yeah, he ought to know how challenging it was. Ooh, that one sent shivers down my spine. To do is so difficult. Is that why you threw away the medicine? What a stupid decision, right? Whatever it was your decision. Does it even matter? I do think it matters. Somehow I find it hard to believe. Then why did you do that? I felt like I'd be able to fight it on my own. It's true the pain subsided for a bit at that time, but now I feel it triple in force. It hurts so bad. You know what to do. Dejected, I reach out for the shelf with my medicine. I swallow the pills one after another, chasing away the unpleasant visions that keep floating up in my memory. And yet my mind still draws a terrifying picture. Lumps of congelated blood and transparent coating travel down my esophagus, scratching its soft walls, leaving behind furrows. I shake my head violently. I don't care if it makes me feel dizzy or worsen my pain. I just don't want to think about something so repulsive. You still haven't changed. What do you mean? You're afraid of being alone. This worries you much more than pain. Yeah, I guess. I toss the last pill in the air and catch it with my mouth. Oh, what the fuck? That's weird. Oh no, that's all of it. Strange. Wait, no, that's not all of it. Alright, I need to make this a little smaller, because for some reason it's not showing everything. Yay! There we go. There we go. Yay! I lie on the floor, I look at the ceiling. I can clearly hear water running in the metal pipes up there. I hear the cracking of concrete blocks that will someday surely fall on my head. Oh, the hypervigilance and anxiety. But I'm not afraid of that at all. I can't imagine my death coming from above. Rather, it's rearing its claws from somewhere below, waiting for me to lose focus. Okay, so she's afraid of herself then. Do you want to talk about it? I wonder what that slurp was. No, I've had enough of talking. This reminds me of high school. What do you want then? I just want to lie down for a bit. Even if the ceiling is bound to collapse, it won't be today. That'll just get her thinking about the anxieties again. I'm gonna leave her. It looks so grand. I carefully extract my thoughts that are yet to be fully formed from my head and lay them out on the ceiling in orderly rows. Now it's my cork board. In hopes of seeing the whole picture, I switch them from one place to another, pile them on top of each other, scatter them around. In the end, I throw them off with my hand, annoyed, and start over. I can't do it. You can always imagine your thoughts as something small and swarming, like cockroaches. Why? Ew, I hate cockroaches. Can I make them fireflies? There we are. I don't mind either way. Oh boy. Oh, there's definitely something really, really bad going on psychologically. I don't even have time to blink before my thoughts. They're fireflies now, start whirling all over the ceiling of their own accord, forming whimsical patterns. I can only observe them and wait for the right moment. It's just that moment doesn't come. Yup. Executive dysfunction as well, it seems like. The mocking sounds of flapping wings coming from the ceiling make me start losing my patience. Enough, I hate you. She's talking to herself. Oh, poor girl. I think the character, the room that we see here is so very interesting as well. What is that outside the window? Interesting. Very interesting. But I think that what we're seeing of the room here is so very interesting as well, because like at the bottom left there we see a lot of trash overflowing and just boxes that haven't been taken out. We see dying plants and clippings of those dying plants that have fallen and started to rot. Very disorderly and real. I spring to my feet and scream at the top of my lungs. The fireflies scatter. Good job. Now start over. No way. Unstable behavior makes you look bad. I don't give a damn. So that doesn't bother you? Should it? Real. It should. And what do you want me to do then? I don't know. It's up to you. You're at it again. What do you mean? Never mind. And I've changed my mind anyway. Please don't stay silent for this long anymore. I'm having a hard time without your help. Fine. I raise my eyes to look at the ceiling once more. Sadly, all my fireflies seem to be hiding somewhere. I need to find them. Forget about them and go to bed. No, you don't get it. If I'm thinking about something, I need to finish my thoughts, or else... I glance around the room. There are too many places for a creature as small as a firefly to hide here. They can be anywhere. Ooh, that door hit made me jump a little bit. Suddenly I hear a deafening rumble. The clock just hit midnight. It's so late already, but I can't go to bed right now. Will you help me, please? Tell me you will help me. Come on, stop bullying me. You promised to talk to me. What were you thinking while lying on the floor? What do you mean? You should know it better than anyone else. That's the thing, I have no idea. This is weird. That's so... Oh... It's very real. This is a very real game. You can tell whoever made it either knew very intimately somebody who had extreme mental health issues or had extreme mental health issues. The scatter of the thoughts to the point of just being uncertain of what was being thought of. The hallucinations of monsters manifesting in their surroundings, the self-hatred personifying itself as an entity in that they're able to like actively talk to. How very interesting. Will you tell me? Oh. see. Trauma. I roll my sleeves and start rubbing my eyes intensely. They're so itchy. Why are you crying? My eyes are itchy. Did you drink milk? Did he bring milk? I wonder if I tear out all my eyelashes one after another, will my eyes stop itching? I wonder if I tear out all my eyelashes one after another, if I tear out all my eyelashes one after another. What have you done? I need to gather the glass, and then I need to have a bath, and then... Here, drink some milk. No! Interesting, the mirror has something in it now. Oh, fuck. This is actually kind of stressful. Text-based game? Come on. First death. I got an achievement for first death. Fuck. No, I'm crying. I stand in the middle of the room, my mouth agape, gasping for air. I think I just experienced death. I don't know any other way to explain what happened. Well, that was surely something. Will you tell me or not? About what? Let's look for the fireflies instead. You're acting weird. Help me instead of running your mouth. I've already had enough adventures before bed. They are keeping something from themselves. They are trying to distract themselves from something really bad. What happened with the milk? The choking is what's interesting to me. I wonder if that was another person or if it was them choking themselves. I could see it potentially being the mother, given how the mother was acting kind of like in the first game as well as before we really started up with this. But it's saying, did he bring milk, kind of makes me think it may have been a man that has done something. I need to gather my thoughts quickly and go to bed. And my thoughts are hiding from me. To be honest, I have no idea where to look for them. Me neither. I guess we'll have to tear through the whole place apart. No. If I make even the smallest of messes here, I'll feel really bad. Bitch, look around. All the things should stay in their places and that's it. Why? Are you trying to come up with a reason? You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. I don't and I won't. Alright then, so we need to find a bunch of tiny insects inside a mountain of junk without moving anything even an inch? Yeah. Oh my. I have an idea. Last time becoming a visual novel character helped me achieve my goal. Now I want to become a point-and-click adventure game character. Oh, it is super derealization. You know, those games have... those games have moments when you just look at different objects and something inevitably happens. That's not exactly how that works. It sounds so fun. And what about the things you use regularly? Do you refuse to touch them as well? It would make it even more interesting. This is so childish. And want to know what's the best part? You'll be the one doing it. Oh no. Oh yes. I start panicking as soon as I get in a multiple choice situation. I'll just keep on changing my mind and end up crying and running away. Do you want that to happen? You're such a handful. You've already proven that you're able to make decisions. Why not continue on that road? Come on, don't be so boring. I was just teasing you. You don't have to bear the whole burden. Asking for help is a reasonable decision too. Let's begin already. What medication could be causing this that's sort of working but not quite? Because it seems like it's a medication that's both helping but also heavily intensifying other symptoms. Because it's being a voice of reason, quote unquote, but that voice of reason comes at the cost of internalizing a mental process and causing those mental processes around it to kind of become characterizations of what they are, not subjects of one mind, but many characters of an entity. If that makes sense. I don't fucking know. This is interesting and kind of stresses me out. I go to the middle of the room and look around. Where would I hide if I were a tiny little firefly? Oh, this is so thrilling. My heart gets warmer from the pleasant anticipation. Hey. What? Look down. I look down. After a moment, a small ball of light and warmth crawls out from under my sweater. Wowie. Wowie. Oh boy. I carefully grab the firefly. It's pleasantly scorching to the touch. I put it on my shoulder. I also find this interesting of the depersonalization of these memories into many different figments of them, because even though it's all one whole and the fireflies are part of her and her mental state, she has subtracted it from her mental state and made it into multiple controllable quote unquote fireflies, so as to not bear the whole burden of all the thoughts at once, but to pick and choose which ones they're able to focus on. I wonder if that'll last. I'm sorry, little guy. Time to come home now. As if it was an order, the firefly slowly drifts up, circles around my head for a bit, and then flies into my ear with the speed of a bullet. It tickles. One down. Let's look for the others. Yeah. Oh, boy. And yeah, the outside is becoming very, very bad. She is very deep into an episode. And I think that the mirror as well is a good indication of this, because it's constantly changing in spite of nothing actually changing, which is interesting. But the sky is what really interests me. It looks like they're eyes staring in. Let's check the plants. Right, insects enjoy pollinating the flowers and stuff like that. Yeah, I guess. I get close to the flower shelf. I sniff around. The leaves smell of dust and cardboard and death. You know these plants are long dead, right? I'm not sure a dead plant will be able to attract any insects. Well, we kind of don't have a choice here, you know. Still, you're right. Let's continue searching. Why don't you just throw them out? Aren't you listening to me at all? Real and sad. Why don't you just throw them out? Because I can't do that. That would change. Oh! Fuck you! Oh, she does not want to think about the mess. She does not want to think about the mess. Holy fuck, that scared the shit out of me. That's so funny. I'll save that for last. Holy fuck. Oh, let's look at the toothbrush. I turn my eyes towards an inconspicuous shelf near the mirror. There's a glass with a toothbrush sitting on it, and a small towel is hanging nearby. What a wonderful sight. My fireflies are smart and good. They would never get in there. They know about personal hygiene. Okay, let's look somewhere else. I also like that she's very clearly super tired now. Very, very clearly. Let's go ahead and... I imagine that the book probably has something, but I want to take a look at this pill bottle mess. I look at the mound of pills and it makes me feel dizzy. I don't want to think about it. I don't. What's wrong? I've almost skipped my dose for today. How reckless. I could have died. Hey, calm down. You've already fixed that. Yes, because you ordered me to, but I'm you. But I'm you. You ordered you to. Stop with this depersonalization of your mental health and start taking care of yourself. Come on. Things could have been much worse. Yeah. I heave a deep sigh, come closer and extend my hand. How it's warm. The moment those words leave my lips, one of the bottles overturns. Pills rain down from it, and along with them, a firefly! Hooray! After circling above my head a couple of times, it finally lands on my palm. The firefly rushes up my arm, and upon reaching my shoulder, crawls straight into my ear. My mind becomes a bit clearer. That's good. So this is also kind of serving to help her with her thoughts then, which is nice. I tilt my head backwards and almost fall over. The closet's hanging under the ceiling, at least 300 feet off the floor. Are you joking? Even though it's my room, not everything here is for me to use. Whatever. I don't care. Yeah, I don't care at all. Like, totally, and I'm definitely not worried. Not even the littlest bit. Not even a smidgen of the littlest bit. Not even for 1,000,000%. That's how much I don't care. Hey, I'm not even done telling you about how much I don't care. From this moment on, I'm ignoring you. Oh, no, you don't. Then act normal. Sorry. Let's read. Your usual notebook page is glued to the wall with duct tape. Numbers are drawn on them. It's the only kind of information I can take in without trouble. Dosage and side effects? Yeah. I thought you knew them by heart. Yeah. This is not your handwriting, isn't it? Of course it's not. Shaky, broken lines, ugly numbers. It's not writing. It's more like claw marks. Don't forget to thank your mom. I don't need your advice. My scream makes the pages rustle restlessly. After a moment, a firefly appears from underneath one of them. After looking around in a business-like manner, it takes off into the business-like flight and ends up entering my business-like ear. Hey, let's continue searching. We're learning a lot about this character just from this as well. I think they resent the fact that there's storage in their room for somebody else. Very likely because they don't like the state that they're living in, but still have to... Ooh, why the fuck is the door open? Probably because they have to accommodate for whatever is being stored up there that's not theirs, and whenever they need something... Ooh, fuck you! Fuck you, dirty pile of garbage and shit. I feel that, girl. I feel that. Alarm clock. Fuck you! I look at the alarm clock. Time continues its unstoppable flow. It's so late. Are you tired? You bet I am. I let out a theatric yawn and hold out my arm to the sides. 1, 2. Then I raise them above my head. 3, 4. Maybe a little workout will help me freshen up. Good idea. Do you remember the exercises you've been taught? I think so. I take a hesitant stance. What was it? Heels together, toes apart? Whatever. I'll go with that. Count down 5 minutes. Fine. You have a clock right in front of you, though. I can't look at its hands for too long. At first I feel like they start moving in the wrong direction, then they disappear altogether. Then things always get messy. Last time I saw a pair of eyes on the clock face, and also I used to hear voices back in the day. They pleaded for help, I think? What a mess, truly a mess. It was a mess, right? A mess. Well, are you counting down? My God, finally. What do you mean? I was trying to get through to you for half an hour. Huh? Oh. Whatever it is that we are was unable to contact for a half an hour because they were stressing. Oh, this poor girl. You can tell that she's tired as fuck, too. No. Let's continue searching then. Radio. What is that? It's like 2 different types of radios, question mark? Let's go with the book. This is my sketchbook. Half of its pages are blank, which means I'll still be good for a couple of years. You draw that rarely? Why? Isn't that obvious? If I run out of pages, I'll have to buy a new sketchbook. I can't get to the stationery store. I can't get to the stationery store on foot. I'll have to take the bus. Do you even realize what kind of a nightmare that can turn into? It seems like this is like a schizophrenia or maybe a bipolar brought upon by stress and anxiety. Well, maybe you can ask your mom to buy you one. Buy what? Ask whom? Can you even form coherent sentence? Don't play dumb. Ask your mom to buy you a notebook instead. Instead? So you want me to perform a string of actions, but you're also telling me to do one instead of another? Then how would I decide which action to take? You're so dyslexic. Man, you're a tough case. You lack empathy. Is that my fault? I get closer to the sketchbook, stepping over the wires, the sleeping bag, the cracks in the laminate, and the window's reflection. The sketchbook is lying on the stool. From my height, it seems like the stool is missing 2 legs. I squat and look again. All the legs are in place. Will I be able to think of an interesting allegory? Oh, let's not go there, okay? I stand up and study the sketchbook from inches away. What does that mean? Especially within the context of a stool. Is that like a suicide joke? Or reference? Its pages are pure white. The last drawing is buried on the previous page, the way it should be. Too bad, I'd love to see it. Maybe next time. A sudden gust of chilly wind breaks into the room and makes the pages rustle. Oh no! I shut my eyes. A distinctive sound of pages turning echoes with headache in my head. I know what's going to happen. The rustling has stopped, even though the wind is still howling from every direction. It can only mean one thing. The notebook is open on the first page. If I wait a little longer, the wind will close it. I won't have to look. If I wait a little longer... Oh... If I wait... Open your eyes. No. It's okay, just do it. No, wait, I know you're lying. Calm down. No. Calm down. No! Calm down. No! Calm down. No! Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Fine. I open my eyes with utmost caution. The notebook is still open in the middle. No drawings, nothing. The pages are all still pure white. Did I imagine it? I don't know. Did you? You're the smart one here. You tell me. Next time, don't close your eyes. What did you... I couldn't finish speaking because the pages started moving again. Oh, this poor girl. Oh, this poor girl. Don't make me do it. I'm scared. Trust me. The rustling grows louder. The pages lift up. I can almost see the outlines of drawings on previous pages. No way. Everything that is in the past should stay in the past. You couldn't convince me. That's it. I'm closing my eyes. Look there. A barely visible light seeps through the pages. With every new gust, it becomes brighter and brighter. A firefly. The wind immediately stops. For a moment, the world sinks into perfect silence, but only for a moment. The buzz that has always been haunting me fills the surroundings, but it doesn't matter now. Goodness gracious, Lobo, you made me so scared. The firefly blinks, flies up and enters my ear, buzzing loudly all the way. It spends some time looking for the perfect spot in my head, but then its buzzing dies down. Phew. Are you okay? We're running short on time, so let's continue searching. Finish searching. Okay, so it just gives me the option to finish. Interesting. That's very cool, though, that it very much so seems like we are trying to deal with all of the realities of what's going on around. Because it seems like the character, she used the drawing as a way to cope when she was younger, and now can't even so much as looking at the old drawings, which is very sad, honestly. Very sad. It's not easy to get out of here. What? I don't like that. I think this game's actually giving me such it's actually giving me a really big stress reaction. I definitely think that that's what's going on inside her brain. There's multiple. How very interesting. There's ideas of music being portrayed through it, but it's muffled by noise, head noise, very likely. I don't like that one. Oh my god. Fuck you! God damn it! Every single time. Okay, this is stressing me out. Let's go to the bag. I look down. My school bag, worn down and silly, is almost screaming of its own uselessness. From another angle, it looks like a full belly. Its contents are also regurgitating, decomposing, and turning into a sticky, mushy substance. What a cool image. I need to remember this. Totally not cool. Senseless and cruel. You are there, but I don't care. Is it me you're laughing at? What? I'd never. After all, you're not my pet. I'm not going along with this nonsense. Got it? Got it. Hey, it wasn't on purpose this time. Tell me what's inside your bag instead. Nothing special, mostly just all sorts of books. I've taken out all the pens and notebooks out of there, and I'm not interested in anything else. You used to go to school, didn't you? Yeah, I did. I had a blast all the way. Are you sure you understood my question? Do you think everything in my life should be doom and gloom? Well, you're wrong. Alright, alright. What did you like the most there? Well, the rooms were really bright, not like at home. That's it? Don't rush me, let me remember. Well, the beds were also soft and the food was nice. By the way, I attended all the classes. The others always skipped. They probably got told off so hard. There is definitely a DID thing happening here, I think. I smiled gently, absorbed in warm memories. You never graduated, though. Yeah. Do you remember your last day there? It was a normal day. Dad picked me up earlier than usual. He told me that I'm already too old for the school curriculum. I also realized that some time ago, the tasks were way too easy. That's not the whole story. Then we got into the car and went home. Mom greeted us there and we had dinner and went to our rooms. Where has the dad character been? And what happened then? I don't remember. And does it even matter? Tell me about it again? Is your memory that bad? Please? Okay, fine. That day, Dad picked me up from school earlier, explaining to me that I need to grow up. It's not like I could completely grasp what he meant. Either way, I didn't resist. We got in the car and went home. Mom greeted us there. We had our dinner together and went to our separate rooms. Satisfied? You have to grow up. Tell me about it again. Dad dragged me into the school building while I was scratching and biting. The teachers didn't interfere. That scene was ordinary for them. Who knows what the little brat has done? Then he pushed me into the car and we drove home in complete silence. Mom greeted us there. We had dinner together and went to our separate rooms. Please, let's not discuss this further. No, you'll tell me again. Dad bought milk on our way home. Again. I hate milk so much. Mom was not home. Again. I hate Mom so much. What happened next? Suddenly I feel someone's eyes on my back, knowing that these moments should never, ever be ignored. I turn around. But there's nothing there. What happened next? Everything that happened next happened after something that led to everything that happened after what had happened. I look at my bag again. Light pouring into the room. Through the window glints on the metal parts. And there's also a shadow underneath it, which means it's real, sadly. Light pouring into the room through the window glints on the metal parts. Oh, this poor girl. Whatever. I don't care anyway. I almost end up kicking the bag in a fit of sudden anger, but I manage to stop myself in the nick of time. If I move it even an inch, the whole picture will collapse and I'll go blind. It has already happened countless times. What do you mean you'll go blind? I've spent months memorizing the location of every item in my room. That's why I can see them so clearly and vividly. You won't get it. Look at your feet. I look down and see that a small insect is crawling towards me from my bag. It's barely glowing and it can't even fly. I guess this firefly is really tired. I bend down to pick it up. The firefly starts glowing brightly as soon as I touch it and then flies up. There you go, boy. Good job. After doing a victory lap around the room, it flies towards me with high speeds. I shut my eye, anticipating the firefly to enter my ear. That's exactly what happens. After it gets inside, it buzzes for a little while and then goes silent. This one is kind of sad. I wonder why. It doesn't matter. What matters is that it's no longer alone. Sure, let's continue searching. Pulled out of school. I wonder, did she just stop going then? And what happened? I wonder what happened at the school and then subsequently what happened at home, because they've clearly not recovered. Yeah, that's not helping. That's not helping. Okay. Let's go with this. And what are those? Those. Those are the photos of my best memories, but they're blank. I stared at them so intently that I burned them with my eyes. Okay, so she is unwilling to see what's in the photos. Now they're just covering the cracks in the walls. Cracks? Forget it. Are we continuing the search or what? Okay, we are. Wonder if there's an order in which I should be looking at these. Umbrella. The umbrella emanates a faint sense of coolness. No wonder it's the only thing that defends me against the thunder clouds that gather under my ceiling. It's such a blessing that I can do it without any help. Still, a firefly won't hide in a place like that. It'll catch cold and be unable to fly. You don't want to check it? Why? I'm sure we won't find anything there. Okay. Okay. Let us go ahead and hit this. I look up towards a very high place under my ceiling. I can hear a countless number of small legs marching inside the AC unit. Oh, well, what happened? Fireflies can't be friends with cockroaches. We'd better look somewhere else. Why would cockroaches be there? Have you forgotten? You were the ones who told me to think of my thoughts as cockroaches. Yeah, but they became fireflies afterwards, but cockroaches don't just disappear like that. So they occupied this place. Do you understand now? I don't. Okay. We'll move on then, I guess. Fan. What's funny about that? I imagine myself being a firefly that's looking straight at a giant fan. And? I'd be so jealous. The only thing preventing it from flying is a cage it's locked in and the cable. It's like an inmate if you think about it. It's so sad. Yeah. Let's continue searching. Is she the fan? We're almost there. We're almost there. The bed. The computer. I look at my laptop. I haven't touched it for years, so it's covered with a layer of dust as thick as my finger. A bizarre item. I fear it. Why? It's a long and boring story. Wonderful, tell me about it. I insist. I don't remember how it appeared in my room. One of my parents probably brought it here because they couldn't find a better place for it. They didn't prohibit me from using it. On the other hand, they encouraged me to do so. Sure, I've spent my whole days in front of the screen. Games, drawing, engineering calculator, 3D modeling. So much fun stuff to do. You had amazing hobbies. Yeah, I did before entering the web. Imagine this. You're a hamster that lives underground. You have everything for comfortable living. Did you imagine? As always, your analogies are spot on. Okay, I imagined. Alright, so you're a hamster. You're a hamster that lives underground. You have everything for comfortable living, okay? Okay. Wonderful, and there's the situation. You're a hamster that lives... Okay, I got it. Do you want to talk about something else? Yeah. You'll end up returning to that subject anyway. On one wonderful day, someone digs you up from your hamster house and brings you to the pet store. Now your new home is a cage. It's way more comfortable and warm compared to the underground. And the most important part, you have a lot of neighbors here. Their cages are identical to yours, and the other hamsters look identical to you, too. That means you are all the same. Apart from the fact that they were born at that shop. You'll ask, what does that indicate? And I'll tell you, nothing at all. I forgot what I was talking about. Gosh. Okay, let's start over. This time try to avoid stupid hamster analogies. You know, I'm not at fault here. I kind of get it, I think. I think that she's more so talking about going from having the actual hobbies in a physical means to going into the laptop and then realizing the isolation that they're facing when compared to other situations. Perhaps. I had a lot of friends online, tens, hundreds of them, impossible to count. Is it impossible though? I had exactly 317 of them. Although I guess nobody counts the exact number of hamsters when they walk into a pet shop. Hey, don't get distracted. Oh, right. From my 317 friends, 68 were into gaming, just like me. 130 of them like drawing, just like me. The remaining 119 were into calculators and 3D modeling equally. Elk, how are you doing? We're playing milk outside of a bag of milk outside of a bag of milk. How are you doing? Welcome. Elk. What are we doing? I hope you're having a good day today. How's it going? It's going good. This game is stressing me out. I just finished Dark Souls and I don't know what to play, so I'm kind of on intermediate games right now. I'm going through my backlog. I'm glad you're doing good. I'm glad you're doing okay. This is a text-based game, by the way. I'm reading, and this character is very, very mentally unwell. You have a new kitten! Oh my god, that's adorable. You should post that to pics. I love cats. It's very cute. I believe it. What kind is it? Do you know? Or like colors or any of that? I love cats. There was a cat that got out of their owner's place recently in my hometown, and I took it and was going to go and like see if it was chipped or something, and it had an owner, as I found out on Facebook, so we gave it back. It was such a cute kitty. It was so domesticated too. Like, you could pick her up, you could like do whatever, and she would not worry at all. Amazing cat. A black cat, a very black cat, very nice. My partner has a black cat. It's adorable. It's like a dwarf kitty. It's like super old, but it's also like the size of a kitten. And when I say equally, I don't mean 59 and a half friends on each side. Okay. The kitten is frightful. I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully she'll get less skittish, or hopefully it'll get less skittish over time here. They're so adorable. All right. You can split numbers evenly. You can split numbers evenly, no problem, but math doesn't work like that when it comes to friends. A major conundrum, right? Get to the point. I knew, of course, that no real people exist on the web. I also understood that all my friends die the moment I turn off my laptop. That is fucking unhinged. Oh boy. That is unhinged. I mean, I kind of get it in like a deal realization sense, but that is fucked. But I still wasn't even a bit worried. Why? Do you know what computer programs consist of? It's just a combination of numbers. Which means my friends are also numbers. Isn't that amusing? Not really. Why do you call them your friends? I mean, everyone who shares my interests is my friend, and I don't care whether they know about my existence or not. Oh. Anyways, as I was saying, every program has its own algorithm and purpose, its mathematical formula. And if you solve that formula, you'll be able to predict the program's behavior at any moment. This is fucking frightful. Like, she's using mathematics as a means to, like, quantify the reality in which she lives in. Which is, like, weird for me, because I remember I used to use, like, English as a means to kind of understand better that which was going on around me. Because there were very rigid structures and ideas that were held with English, and it just... Oh, man. It's hard to think of, actually, which is scary. This game is real. This game is good. I'm loving this. The longer you speak, the less I follow. You don't need to follow me around, just listen. I sit on the floor and the laptop screen ends up right in front of me. The only thing reflected in it is my dim face. A web person is just a random picture and a random string of letters. Words and actions from the web person are just executable code. Is this how she rectifies, like... I don't understand, which is a good thing. It's a very good thing I don't understand this. Hey, let me know if you need a break. One day someone appeared. From that point on, my laptop was always on. There are no real people on the web, but he was good at pretending. At some moment, I let him trick me. Hey, look. Huh? Suddenly a firefly slowly crawls out of the laptop's vent grill. I reach for it. It gets on top of my palm, blinking all the while. I think it's trying to say something. I can see that myself. If only I knew what... Looks like a cipher. Don't you want to crack it? I changed my mind. I have absolutely no desire to find out what it wants to say. The firefly stops glowing for a moment after that. Then it starts glowing again, as if coming back to its senses. For some time, it thinks about the further course of actions. Then flies up and dashes into my ear. Let's continue searching. And what about your story? You must be mad at me for interrupting you. I'm sorry. If you do everything right, I'll finish my story. Maybe. Do you promise? I promise. And if you forget, then remind me with a code word, for example. What code word? I'll think of one later. For now, let's keep searching for my fireflies. I got an achievement for that too. What was that achievement? Please forget it, because I won't. Okay. Okay, so she met somebody online that she really liked. And then kept the computer going because she thought that when she turned off the computer, the people on the computer die. This is fucking sad. This is my sleeping bag. It's soft and warm. I'm sure that no living creature would be able to resist the temptation to spend a minute or two inside. They'd want to dig deep into it with a couple of favorite items, close their eyes, and then... Hey, did you fall asleep? Huh? I gently slapped my cheeks to return myself to my senses. It's already way past midnight. Usually I'd be sleeping like a log at this time, but right now I can't. Let's continue searching. Hey, maybe we'll find something inside? Nah, my thoughts don't have a feature of putting to sleep. Quite the contrary, they always cause insomnia, just like tonight. What? I said searching here is meaningless. Okay. Looking over the things I've already done. I doubt it. All the compartments are locked. What if... I don't even want to think about what's inside. Who knows what I'll end up imagining? I get close to the waste bin and look inside it with curiosity. Pill packaging, notebook pages, and other garbage. Boring. There's nothing here. Indeed, no self-respecting firefly would hide in a heap of garbage. I can't disagree with you here. Alright. I think it's time. Me too. It won't let me. Just straight up won't let me click. Alright. You found all the fireflies. Amazing. I guess... I've managed to gather my thoughts, but something still worries me. On the other hand, I wasn't supposed to be happy anyway. Why not? If I lose something and then find it, it's just going back to the starting point. No changes at all, a zero sum. And happiness is always about being positive, right? You shouldn't think too much, it hurts you. I want to sleep. How about you get some fresh air before sleeping? What do you mean? Well, go to the balcony, breathe in some air. Somehow those words triggered a panic attack in me. I subconsciously step away from the balcony. I don't think it's a good idea. Why? This may sound silly, but I feel like someone is watching me. Haha, the eyes in the clouds, I called that at the beginning. Alright, let's stay here. Yeah. What are you going to do? What's with this silly question? I'm going to sleep, of course. Hoping that tomorrow will only come after a year or a decade. Imagining myself to be outside of my mortal shell, but at the same time still being me. Ridiculous, like milk outside a bag of milk, and yet... It's the name! It's the name! Interesting. This is literally what's happening, though, which is interesting. That's probably why they added the line, milk outside a bag of milk. She said it, she did say it. She said the name. But I do actually think that that's very important, because I think she's kind of at the very least subconsciously coming to terms with the fact that she is talking to herself in these instances. I'm not talking to her. I have choice, but it's still her speaking to herself, right? And yet, you don't have to talk out loud for me to understand that you're worried about me. I know that already. I also know that our time is running short. You won't take another pill. Of course not. In fact, I won't take it tomorrow either. And the day after tomorrow. And never ever. That's a goodbye then? No. I have one more small favor to ask. A really, really small one. What is it? I blurted out way too much today. A lot of stuff I'd want to forget forever. I don't blame you, but was it really necessary? You'll see tomorrow. No, I wouldn't be able to sleep like this. Fine, what's the favor? I nervously scratch my wrists and bite on my lower lip. Wait a minute, you're afraid to tell me. Yes. I'm also scared that something bad might happen if I tell you. I'm also scared that when something bad happens, something way worse will happen. Stop, I get it already. Still, I won't leave you alone until you tell me. Bully. No, you. I crawl into my sleeping bag. The lower part of the room is very cold. I hurry to wrap myself in blankets, even though the electrical heater is working hard to keep me warm. I'm sad because the dreams just won't come anymore. You won't believe me if I tell you how I dealt with it at first. Of course I'll believe you. I know, it was a joke. Well, anyway, I washed my face, brushed my teeth, lied down, and started imagining that I'm watching a dream. I didn't sleep at all, of course, and always looked sleepy in the morning. After a week of insomnia, I started feeling weird and seeing things. Letters floating in the air, strange silhouettes that appeared in the most unexpected of places. Bulging eyes with trembling pale pupils. It was scary, you know. Then one day I almost died. I just collapsed in the middle of the room and couldn't move for a while, and then silhouettes, letters, and eyes were hanging over me and hissing. It was horrible. And well-deserved, I guess? It felt like I was caught on the biggest lie in the world. Yes, it felt exactly like that. After that, I stopped. But the silhouettes, letters, and eyes stayed here. I guess they like this place. They always fall in my wake, peeping at me, and I'm kind of scared of them, and I can't even argue with them. But today, well, still too scared to tell me? Of course, they're still listening, you know. Use your hands. All right. I start chaotically twirling my fingers with enthusiasm, forming complex shapes. You want me to tell you a bedtime story? Shh. And I was trying so hard here. Don't you get it? They'll hear you. Relax. Nobody can hear you. So what do you say? I'd be happy to, but I have no idea how to tell them. Oh, it's incredibly easy. Just talk about something without stopping. Sounds silly. But it's not. And meaningless. You don't know what you're talking about. I know enough to realize that we'll just end up wasting time. Let's focus on something actually important. Oh, this poor fucking girl. This poor fucking girl. Ugh. Oh, her parents are horrible. It's such a simple thing. You're like, yeah, laugh. It's such a simple thing, but it's like, it's sad. Because clearly she needs help, and she's been refused that help by everyone, it seems like. I wonder what happened on the computer. Fine. Close your eyes. It's a great game. When the feelings zombie transmit... I do not know what you said. When thus feelings zombie transmites... Oh, fuck. Poor girl. I hope she's okay. This is a good game. You won't get it. You're not even trying. Oh. Oh! When this feeling can be transmitted... Sorry, cat was climbing. No worries. It can be transmitted. It's sad. It is a sad... It is sad. That's all I have to say. I feel so bad for her. I feel so bad for her. Oh, it's just gonna get worse when I get on Prague, too. I wake up on a wooden bench. In front of me lies a narrow, dimly lit alley. An awfully familiar road. Where could I have seen it? Definitely not the first game. Finally, I hear a voice coming from the side. I turn around and see a boy with a weird expression on his face. Ah, this is Internet Boy, isn't it? You're late. Who are you? The boy blinks in bewilderment. We're not going anywhere like this. Try again. Then he takes a very deep breath. You are late. I stare at him, confused. He stares back, also confused. Sorry? The boy nods, satisfied. See? Much better. Do you have a name? My name's Treska. I give the brat an evaluating look. He's so young, yet already coming at me with questions like that? None of your business. And besides, will anyone tell me what I'm doing here? Hey, that's rude. It's not like there's somebody else here besides me. Haven't they told you anything? I know they're all there is to know, for one. About what? You're obligated to escort me to the store. Treska says that and strikes a victory pose. Fucking victory royale. No way I'm doing that. You don't understand that refusal is futile? Well, aren't you full of yourself? I'm serious. I'm not the one who decided that. Do you think I'm delighted with your company? He's weird, constantly shifting between happiness, sadness, loudness, silence. He's a wacko, and his name is stupid. Is this DID? Are we going, or what? You can go. I need to think. I'd be happy to, but I don't know the way. Treska puts on a cunning smile. I bite my lower lip in frustration. I'll be honest with you, I don't like you. He simply bursts out laughing in reply. I do like you, though. He then grabs my hand without hesitation. I don't even have time to retort. Lead the way. Our trip to the store went fine, if not for the fact that Treska was walking way faster than me. And on the other hand, at times he stopped abruptly and went backwards, studying the ground underneath his feet. In the end, the trip took a lot longer than it should. I cannot read that. I don't know if that's anything of value. After reaching the store's doors, we're greeted by a sign. We're closing in 20 minutes. Oh. Oh, and that's... Oh, she has dyslexia hardcore, eh? She straight up has dyslexia. Especially since, like, she said earlier that numbers work for her and it's hard for her to, like, read things. That's so cool. Well, it's like, yeah. That's interesting. Who had the bright idea to indicate their working hours in this way? They probably have a special staff for this. Someone who runs to change the sign. Someone who runs to change the sign every 5 minutes. It's convenient. Are you joking? Yeah. It's very, very telling that both of these characters are talking in purple as well. It's much better than being boring. How old are you, by the way? None of your business. And what's your name? None of your business. I was ready to slap the living hell out of the brat, but a scary-looking man suddenly appeared behind the glass. He's holding a cardboard sign that says, "We're closing in 15 minutes." Let's go. What are you waiting for? Oh, yeah. After another round of going across the long row of canned products, we realize that we're lost. I can't believe you don't know where they sell milk. Maybe we should ask somebody for directions? Sure. Hey, wait up. Tresca lets go of my hand and walks confidently towards one of the few store's customers. That person is standing with their back to us, studying something on the shelf. Hello, can I can't hear... You can't hear neither the second part of his question nor the reply he gets, but my good-for-nothing friend freezes in place, looking the customer straight in the eye. I hurry towards them. Is he yours? The customer talks to me. He speaks with disgust while wearing a scornful expression. If he's yours, please get him away from me. Yes, I'm sorry. I grab Tresca's hand and lead him away. He's still looking at the customer, his mouth ajar and eyes popped. He's also shaking. What happened? Only when we turn around the corner, Tresca calms down. What was that? I got so scared, he said. What? No, not again! Suddenly, Tresca starts screaming like crazy. I cover his mouth with my hand. His face is burning. He's crying. Can you act normal? You don't understand. Of course I don't. I don't understand anything. Annoying other people is still wrong, though. This is something you don't understand, it seems. This is a dream from the perspective of the mom or the dad. You're mean. Who, me? Tresca pushes me away and runs off. Drat. At the edge of my vision, I see the store staff hang a new sign on the door. There you are. I meet Tresca at the cash register. Before that, I managed to visit the milk department after finding out where it was. Hey you, move! I hear an angry voice coming from the other side of the long queue that has formed after Tresca. I squeeze through towards him. What happened? The boy doesn't respond. He just looks at his feet and sniffs. The cashier towers over him. There's a bag of milk lying between them. Is he yours? Yes. Just leave him home next time. People in the queue nod in agreement. Pay for the goods, please. Yes, of course. And the waiting fee. What? You heard me. I did, but that's unheard of. Tresca starts giggling all of a sudden. And for the fact that your son is... Oh my god! Oh. But You heard me. You know what? In a fit of rage, I throw the banknote to the cashier, of much higher value than needed, then counting in all the stupid fees, then grab the bag of milk and turn around on my heels. We're leaving Tresca. We spend the whole trip back in silence. At some point, we end up turning right towards the gas station. There, Tresca finally breaks his silence. Do you like ice cream? No. Okay. I look at the boy's face. A light flickers in his eyes for a brief moment, and then it goes out. You know, he turns away from the path and walks straight towards a highway with determination. I stare at his back, confused. It seems like you're not helping me at all. A new playful light flickers in Tresca's eyes. And we wake up. Oh, I've got 50% of the achievements apparently. 5 are still hidden. Huh. Wow, wow, indeed. What a game. I like these short and sweet ones, I'm not gonna lie. Let me look something up really quickly. What does the Good Night achievement say? Milk outside a bag of milk. Good Night is achievement. To get it, the voice has to put the girl to sleep, given that all endings have the girl sleeping before the endings happen. The player can get the achievement after the girl falls asleep, regardless of the ending. Okay. So there's multiple endings. I got a basic ending, then, it seems. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Yeah, 72% of people got that one. That was fucking sad. That was really sad. I'm gonna have to look into different ways of doing it. I do think that's probably gonna be all for the night, because that was actually really stressful. I related too much with that character. It's unfortunate. A little bit too much. I don't know what I'm playing going forward, honestly. I don't know what I'm playing going forward. I do plan on playing Caves of Quid at some point here, because it's going to get its 1.0 soon. But I'm kind of lost. I don't have a huge amount of stuff to get playing now, which is unfortunate. Huh. But that was a fun little one-off here. I have a feeling that there's a lot more that I can... a lot more than I can do. I'd love to know more of the endings and what happened. This poor girl. I want to know what happened, where all this trauma is coming from, which is fucked up, but it's true. Anyway, thanks for coming out, Elm. It's good to see you again. I hope you have yourself a good night. I hope everybody enjoyed. I hope everybody has a good day. I hope everybody has a good night. I hope everybody has a good whatever, wherever it is, wherever you are. Have a good one. Fuck. Yeah, I don't know. Have a good one.